Go ahead, Chuck.
Excellent. Dershie.
Go ahead. You're on the air.
Dershie.
Go ahead. You're on the air, Chuck.
Dersh. I lost his fucking sound again. I'm dying here.
Hello?
Chuck Millis.
Chuck, you're on the air.
Oh, okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Chuck and Lisa show. We're having some technical issues, and I can't hear my producer, so I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
How many bad words did you say?
Can you hear me,
lot.
Dersh?
I heard you quite clearly.
I don't know. This is a problem. Dersh, I cannot hear you, so I don't know what to do, so let me know.
Just
there he is. There he is. All right. Sorry about that, you guys. We are running fakakta tonight, so welcome to the Chuck and Lisa show. I am Chuck, and my beautiful wife Lisa is with me.
Lisa? I'm like growing leaves now?
Oh, give me a break. I've been running scattered here trying to get this thing.
You forgot my name?
Lisa! Hi, Lisa.
Hello.
Who's Lisa? I don't know Lisa. Who Lisa?
You said Lisa.
Who Lisa? I don't know.
I'm a Viking.
I was
You're a
just trying to
Viking.
get everything going here. There's Dersh. I see everybody now. It's working.
You're a
Seems to be
Viking?
working very well, too. I am a Viking, actually. Partly.
Lisa's a Viking?
No,
You are
I have a
partially
tiny little percentage.
Yeah. The Vikings invaded her forefathers, you
Yeah.
might say.
Haha. They went everywhere.
Isn't this supposed to be a
Family show?
A
family
show?
PG show,
Yeah,
Chuck?
we're like rated R, I would say, is what we are. Because sometimes we do voyage into other interests, don't we? Anyway, welcome. How you doing, Dersh?
I'm running behind, as the audience can tell.
Oh God, I know you are. At 6:59, I'm like, dude, where's the link?
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be all right. We're on the air. We're still alive, and everybody's still with us.
That's what happens when you're back.
Chiefy, that Chief.
Yeah, like I said, I'm.
To come down to your desk.
that's Bowden. Bowden, stop.
About to come land to your desk. All right. So
You know, when I'm a bachelor, when I'm a bachelor, we have co-hosts, Chief and
works for me.
Bowden.
I have a lot of opinions. Tell them to save those opinions for the next show.
Yeah. They did, see? Rawr!
See here. No, it's not worth arguing about. You just have to wait till the next show. Just lay down next to Dad and you'll be fine.
He's not a happy camper right now. He got a bath tonight.
Oh,
Yeah? Our dog goes crazy when she gets a bath. She just runs around the house like Indy 500 or Shelby 500.
Yeah.
Shelby 500.
So do ours. It's crazy.
It's fun. I do love that. Let's see. I got a lot of stuff to cover tonight. A lot of interesting articles I've come across.
I wouldn't know if you didn't send me any.
Well, you just got here. Who the hell am I supposed to send them to? Right? Oh, I want to tell you first of all, Mr. Dershie, happy Florida Day. Florida Day.
Florida Day.
Florida.
Today is.
Happy Florida Day.
Well, we weren't quite so happy today because it rained all day. Well, I was happy, but the rest of the state wasn't so happy.
Well, you guys get enough sunshine where one day won't hurt you. No?
I like it, but, you know.
Has to rain sometime.
I'm a pluviophile, so I'm all good with it.
Well, it freaking rains there every day, you know?
For like 5 seconds.
Well, between 4 and 7, right?
Yeah, normally we do summertime and fall, definitely. Don't get a whole lot of rain in the winter, normally.
Right. So, let's see. I've got a whole bunch of, like I said, I got a whole bunch of cool things to do. Real quickly, just for like 15 seconds each, I'm going to flash up Lisa in my location.
You're flashing us?
We're gonna flash them.
Whoa! What happened to the
It just
PG-13,
gets
dude?
more risque every day.
What happened to the PG-13, man? I tell
We
you,
haven't left it.
this thing is getting R-rated quickly.
Just wait.
It's not us.
Just
it's
wait.
you.
Just wait.
Oh, we
There's
got one more
Just
story.
wait, there's
that's
more.
really gonna.
It's not dirty,
but
though.
It's gonna push the R barrier though,
Nah.
but it's worth it. So.
I actually updated your profile today, and of course I haven't had
cool.
a chance to upload it yet, so that's why I'm stalling right now.
Oh, okay. Well, what do I need to do to help you stall?
Just
You know what I'll do while you're stalling? I
ahead.
will go over today in history. Claudius proclaimed Roman emperor in 41 AD. Edward III becomes king of England in 1327. Henry VIII of England secretly marries his second wife, Anne Boleyn, in 1533.
Why did it have to be a secret?
I don't know. Was he still married to the other
Probably, I don't know, or the
had
Pope
already-
or something.
Well, he had already cut her head off or something.
I don't know.
He did a lot of that. I don't know why they're telling us this, but in 1755, Moscow University was established.
Is that like one of those online places?
The late night girl chat lines. 1881, Thomas Edison and Alexander Graham Bell formed the Oriental Telephone Company. I think that's racist now, isn't it?
I don't know.
Somebody Oriental.
Yes.
yeah, it would, wouldn't it be? Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I
It's
can't
Asian,
keep track.
not
It
Oriental.
changes every day. 1890, Nellie Bly completes her second round of the world journey in 72 days.
My lawyer called me Nellie Bly one time.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was a good thing. But
Why?
I don't know. I thought she was a criminal or something.
No, she wasn't so bad. In 1919, the League of Nations was founded. In 1961, JFK delivers his first live presidential television news conference. Sheesh.
You know what happened in 1994?
What?
I had a baby.
You had a baby.
I had a baby.
That's pretty cool.
That was the last time I had a baby.
Oh no.
Yep.
I'm the only girl.
Yep. Today in history, it's Emma's birthday.
There you go. Let's see. Famous birthdays. In 1627, Robert Boyle was born. He's a scientist, by the way. In 1759, Robert Burns, the poet, was born. In 1882, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf was born. In 1835, Andrew Carnegie was born.
Carnegie.
Carnegie.
If you listen to NPR.
Right.
Carnegie.
Either-
Carnegie.
I grew up thinking it was Carnegie, and my dad never told me different.
Well, they
He
don't
took
call
all
it-
Carnegie's courses.
Well, they don't call it Carnegie Mellon.
Right.
Exactly. You win for that one.
I won Jeopardy last night.
Oh, she did. She got all the answers that
Amy
that
missed.
Amy and everyone else missed. She got every one of them. I was giving her a high five the whole dang show.
But I didn't know the final bit. Most people didn't.
Yeah. And in 1981, Alicia Keys was born.
Cool.
How many keys does she have?
I don't know. They're in Florida. So, there I am, and is that a change? Oh yeah, Sayscape's gone. And whatchamacallit? Hey, you know who still has me suspended?
Everybody?
Twitter!
Yeah. Notice what I added at the bottom of your Facebook part there,
Yeah.
Chuck?
I know, that may have to have an alternative version of that
You
soon.
could just put
I was
like
speaking a lot of truth
put like
today.
a slash over it or not.
Right.
Like vacancy, no vacancy.
I have one that says currently suspended, ready to go. So
There you
Yeah,
go.
that figures.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's where you can find me on the internet. Where can we find Miss Lisa?
Here,
I know.
Twitter,
Well, while he's loading that, tell
Facebook.
him about your store. I love your store.
Oh, my
at your
store's
consignment
yeah.
store.
I have a booth in Consignment Connection on exit 143 in Burlington, North Carolina. But right now it's a little bit messy because somebody bought a side, like an end table that I had a whole bunch of merchandise on, and so I'm thinking, I haven't been by there
It's
yet.
probably, maybe
probably
somebody put them all on the shelves.
It's probably sitting on. No, they don't do that. I
They
think
don't
they
do
just
that.
sit it all on the floor.
Oh, well.
So it probably looks junky right now.
Oh, well, that's okay
So-
because you sold that table, which was cool. It was a pretty table.
Yeah. So it was a table that I found by the side of the road and painted blue.
Yeah.
So that was a bargain.
Yeah.
Um,
Can't get any cheaper than that.
Yeah, and so I need to go put another table in there that I bought today. So
Big
everything's
painting too.
no, it's not even worth buying really.
No.
It's just a table.
I see. And of course, they can find you on Etsy Wear for your online store, and that's mostly jewelry and things
Jewelry
like that.
and keychains and vintage like swizzle sticks and just random weird stuff.
Her keychains are crazy.
Yeah,
Some of those are just outrageous.
yeah. I got some new ones.
Yep. Anyway, so Mr. Dershey, splash yours up there real quick. I know you don't think anyone cares, but they do.
Nobody cares. Oh, bother.
Oh, bother.
It's just a waste of time.
And that was the fastest we've ever gotten online in our history. That was amazing. 30 seconds you did that. Dershey can be found mostly on Gab because he won't tell you. He's also on those other sites, but he doesn't really look.
He's a stalker.
He's on Facebook, but don't even bother. He doesn't follow anybody except his friends and family. Right?
That
Is
is-
that about accurate?
That is correct.
I thought I hit that about accurately. And on with our show! First story. I don't think I sent you them all, but I sent you enough to get started. Let me know when you run out. Betty White challenge. You heard about that, right, Lace?
Yeah.
For animal shelters?
We did that.
They
did
made
that.
a ton
We
of
did.
bucks.
We
dude.
donated.
Yeah, we do.
Hey, your pup agrees with the outcome too. $12.7 million for the animal shelters.
That is pretty darn good.
Very nice. Very
That's
nice.
a lot of puppies taken care of.
Very-
That's a lot of homeless
Kitties.
dogs and kitties.
And kitties and gerbils,
And, yeah.
chickens, rabbits.
See that we get a standing applause in the background
Yeah.
too. We couldn't have paid for that. If we had, YouTube would have kicked us off because they would have claimed somebody else owned it. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't look for Dershey and my show on YouTube anymore.
We
You
go.
can if you want.
It's been canceled.
Yeah, you can if you want to, but you're not going to find it.
You won't
Yeah,
find us.
You've been looking for a long time.
This show, we're still there because we don't talk about anything political. So, $12.7 million raised in a very good lady's name.
Yeah.
I can't say she was good, but she had a wild, crazy, fun life. You know, I mean, I shouldn't say
You
she's
could
good.
say she was good.
All right, she was cool. I'll put it that way. She was one of the coolest 100-year-old women you ever saw in your life.
You're not supposed to judge people.
It's a pretty good legacy too. When she won't know that this happened, but yet people did it anyway,
Right?
which is pretty
Right.
nice. I like that so much.
Yep.
Somebody had a problem with people calling her America's grandma because she chose not to have kids on purpose.
Right. She chose her career.
Yeah, and so she's not anybody.
Did she have kids? No, she didn't.
Don't listen to me.
I listened. So
Yeah, that's
Some of
what
the-
I said.
some of the folks she donated to from this thing, apparently, there's a splash on the bottom. Calgary Humane Society. I cannot talk. 50,000 plus. Alberta Animal Rescue Society. Apparently, this is from Canada stuff.
Canada. You have to say it right.
59,000. Second Chance Animal Rescue Society. 38,000. Meow Foundation. 10,000. Nanton Animal Protection Society. 2,200.
Nice.
Sweet. It's awesome. When people come together and do good stuff, people love to do it for animals because, they're the most, they don't talk back, put it that way.
Yeah, well, if you don't want to donate to animals, you could donate to little abused children and donate to my
Yeah,
organization
yeah.
where I work now.
That's funny. Alright, so, there's the commentary. Can you translate that part, Dersh?
Thank you for donating.
That's what he said.
You know what else he said? Don't forget to have your animals, your pets, spayed and neutered.
Yeah.
Oh God! All right. Next story. This lady, she said she befriended a celebrity but couldn't remember his name. A Twitter user named Nick Tracana shared a couple of heartwarming pictures. All right, I'll let him speak.
Sorry.
he can have the floor. So anyway, I'll just paraphrase it. This lady went into a bar. She had no idea who she was talking to. She just knew it was a nice young man. And she was having a drink with him, chatting away. And she couldn't figure it out until she sent the pictures to her family. It turned out to be Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah?
In Bridgeville. I guess that was Connecticut. I'm not sure. That's so funny. She couldn't remember his name either. So, it was her aunt. So the aunt just sends the pictures. And the pictures of her sitting there having a beer with Matthew McConaughey with her husband and
That's funny.
all that. How's that for a story? Hey, guess who I was hanging out with? I can't remember his name, but he was pretty cool.
That guy on Friends.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I got a kick out of that. There's so many cool stories out there. Who's visiting us? Nobody's talking in the chat room.
No?
Where are you? Where's our regulars? Did we get a notification tonight?
Should have.
Yeah, I saw it.
What? I don't know. It says we have 5 people out there.
Yeah, come chat with us, guys. You know who you are. And if you haven't chatted with us yet, we're fun. And we don't bite unless you ask.
Definitely losing our PG-13 rating.
I'm just messing around. We haven't gotten to that point yet, dude. All right, kitten jumps in the man's arms to be rescued. I like this story. Man was running an errand at the bank when he spotted a kitten who jumped right into his arms. He was in Silver Spring. You know, a tiny meow from underneath one of the parked cars. I got a cat very similar to that. I told you that story. Got down, saw the kitten hiding, and I called out to her. Surprisingly enough, she ran out and jumped right into my arm. He didn't even have to coax her. She just ran right to him. She started purring and was real comfortable, beautiful looking tabby. So guess who got adopted?
Nice kitty.
She's beautiful. That's a silver too. Silvers are very rare. It's got a touch of brown in her, but silvers are so rare.
She's got rust.
She's a pretty cat. I'd have her. And she is very young, you can tell.
Yeah.
Cool. We have 3 cats.
Cute.
I at one time had 18 at one time. But that's another story.
You're not right.
That was not my fault. That was completely my kid's fault.
You're a cat lady?
He was a crazy cat
Not
lady.
intentionally, and boy was it fun getting rid of all of them. Because, you know, you can't just, like, throw them in a bag and kill them or something. You love them. You know, so every one of I have
Take them to the Chinese restaurant.
Of the 2 cats we had prior. Not one was the mother. That's the other story I'll tell y'all sometime. And then the other one I just already had, and that one was neutered, so I knew he wasn't doing anything. So all of a sudden we had litter after litter, and then I had to give them away. That was fun. It was funny having that many cats around, though. Could you imagine the cat food bills and the
But it
cat litter?
smelled.
Oh, the cat litter had to be changed daily. It's that bad.
At least.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That was, oh man. Well, real briefly, she thought it would be cute the first time the cat went into heat to let it go out and have kittens. It did. Came back with 10 of them. 2 died, 8 lived. Then, while the cat was still nursing the other one, it went into heat again. She thought it would be cool to let it out again, so she did, and it got knocked up again. And whatever number of months later, she had 10 more, and 2 more died. Oh, God, it was horrible. I had a serious talk with my kid at that point. And guess which cat got fixed in a hurry? Enough for you. All right, next story. Missing girl survives snowstorm by hugging a stray dog for 18 hours in Russia. Could you imagine that?
Nope.
Oh. She left school at around 1 p.m. Got lost as a snowstorm overtook her. She was found miraculously alive the following morning with only a minor frostbite. She said she hugged a stray dog for 18 hours to stay warm.
Oh, I read about that.
Was the dog a Siberian?
No, it looked like a long-haired, golden-haired sort of. It was an old dog.
It wasn't for Siberian?
No.
Not
I
from
don't see a dog.
Rusky? It was not from Rusky?
Yeah.
The dog will be sent to Siberia now.
They don't know the outcome of the dog, though, whether it was taken care of or removed from the cold weather, but I'm really hoping that little girl got to adopt it. If ever there was a kid that needed that dog.
Right.
Jeez. Yeah?
Yep. The cat got adopted. Why wouldn't the dog get adopted?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, this is Russia, so you never know.
They ate him.
Well, that's China.
They might have eaten him anyway.
Wrong
I
country.
thought that was Korea.
Well, it's Korea, but China still currently has an active market for dog meat. And it's heartbreaking seeing the pictures. Oh, it's doing that thing again.
What thing?
For about 30 seconds, we're going to have another background noise.
What is that?
I don't know. I think it recirculates the air in here or
Oh.
does something. Comes on automatically in my camper, and I never figured out why. And I haven't bothered to disconnect it. All right. Anyway, next story.
I have no more stories.
Oh, you have no more stories? I will send them to you. All right.
Oh,
One
there's
at a
the
time, I
doggy.
guess.
The doggy is so cold.
I know, but look at the length of the fur on that beast. Yeah?
Oh, he's outside by himself. That's sad.
Oh,
Well, yeah, there's a lot of dogs like that.
he's a
you know?
popsicle. Honey,
He's a popsicle?
he's a popsicle.
Oh, baby.
I know. Well, not every dog in the world is going to get saved, you know?
Jerks.
Why not?
I hate it. You know how I feel about dogs. I love them to death. We could make this show all about dogs and people would still like talking about it. You know?
I don't like that.
I know. Mean people suck.
Well, they're not always.
But you know, it's not really
sometimes
mean
they're
people.
feral dogs.
Right. They're dogs that were born to a stray dog.
Right.
Alright, so let's see. That, opera, and then...
Packs
Oh, I
of
should've
wild
done-
dogs
I should've-
roaming the streets.
Actually, the next story I'm going to do is this one I just sent to you first.
You know what I said?
Okay? But
There's packs of wild dogs roaming the streets.
that sounds familiar. Where's that from?
Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby. Alright, next story. You got it, Gersh? The 6-year-old?
Yep.
What?
Alright.
What is that noise?
What is going on? Gersh?
I hear nothing.
It sounds like a psychotic bumblebee.
Are you using a vibrator over there?
Psychotic bumblebee.
It does.
What are you doing?
They can't hear it.
I don't hear anything.
Huh?
I hear nothing.
Really? You're lying.
I'm not
What is
lying.
that?
I don't know. I don't hear anything, dude. Don't know what you're talking about.
I think it's your mic because it's only when you talk.
Yeah, it's your mic.
Oh no, I hear it all the time now, so.
Oh, that's true. Hey, think already. Welcome to join us. Alright. Meanwhile, back to the show. I hope nobody out there can hear the buzzing.
What show? This thing's been a disaster since for a second.
Well, I wouldn't call it a disaster. We're just doing what we do best. We stay in the gutter. Well, not in the gutter, in the ditch, and then come up on the road occasionally. We're more like a 4x4.
Yeah.
I got to tell you this story. It's from England. The quote of the story is, "I owe it to the kids." Coin phone by detector's dad sold for £648,000.
How much is that in
That's
real money?
almost $1 million.
It's a law.
Yep. Over 900,000.
Where'd he find it?
It's doing it again. He gave up his hobby when he started a family. Returned to it when his kids were old enough to nag him into taking them out detecting with them. He found an example of England's oldest gold coin, which sold for a record-breaking 648. There it is again, big time. 600. There it goes. Is gone. And,
No, it's not.
At auction. Michael Lee Mallory found the Henry VIII. Oh wow, Henry VIII gold penny buried 10 centimeters deep on the farmland in the Devonshire village of Hemyock. You know, it also sounds like one of those little airplanes we used to fly on strings.
Yeah.
You know those things, Dersh?
Yeah.
The little Cox airplanes? That's
Right.
what the sound sounds like.
I hear nothing.
That's funny.
That's weird. So you don't hear it in your earphones?
No, not at all. I don't hear
That's
anything
hilarious.
like
All right.
So
So anyway, he posted a picture of it on social media, not knowing what it was, and he was spotted by the auctioneer Spink in London. He will split the proceeds of the find with the landowner, which makes perfect sense, and plans to use his windfall to help fund the future education of his children.
Smart.
History-loving 13-year-old Emily, who has ambitions of studying archaeology, and Harry, 10, who has no ambitions, apparently.
He's 10.
I just want to be 10.
Let him be.
How cool is that?
Cool.
All right.
What story were you doing?
I did the wrong story.
Yeah, you did.
I know. Let me go back and find the other one.
Your producer is confused as hell because I'm looking at the story and had no idea what you were talking about.
Where is it sent to you?
So, well,
All right. Now let's get back to the real story I was going to cover. Jeez, well, I covered 2 stories at once. I'm doing very well. Well, put it this way, guys. We're only halfway through the show. It's been a storm of things happening. I must have closed it as soon as I sent it to you. Sorry. All right. A 6-year-old boy in Alabama is being called a hero for protecting his 2-year-old sister who ran into the street.
Did she do that?
She's 2 years old.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Caden Reed saved his sister, Casey, from being hit by a car. He pushed her out of the way and took the hit instead, resulting in a brief hospitalization.
Oh, no.
By the time everybody else saw Casey in the street, Caden was right there. He ran right into the street to save her, but in the process of getting her out of the way, he got hit by the car. He was taken to the hospital to get some stitches. That's all? That's pretty kick-ass.
He looks like a sturdy little boy.
Yeah. He received a hero's welcome from his local fire department when he returned home. That's an awesome Superman outfit he's got on, by the way. You see that costume?
I don't.
Did Durst post it yet? Scroll down, dude.
I'm scrolling. Okay, there it is.
Isn't that cool? Oh, okay.
Very cool.
Think already tells me 648,000 pounds is more than a little more than $875,000.
That's still
now.
a big chunk of change.
A lot of money. So how about that little kid?
Very
That's
nice.
awesome.
Future military man. So or like a fireman or like a policeman. He's the kind that runs towards danger instead of away from it. You know? It's a characteristic of most people in those kind of professions.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I like it a lot.
Very cool. Alrighty, now we're going to push our our PJR theory here. The seedy underbelly of sperm donations.
Holy cow.
As donors are required to socially distance and isolate, COVID-19 has led to a significant sperm donor shortage, causing a lack of sperm input into the system. Now, before I go on with this, I just want to say, I'm quite sure with all these young men locked up for the last 2 years, there's been more than enough sperm wasted to fill the banks to the brim.
Yeah, but you can't put it in a jar and save it.
I thought of this earlier today. I was like, well, this isn't going to be very PG, but you know what I mean? You get all these young boys locked up for 2 years. What are they going to be doing with all that spare time?
That's funny.
I hesitate to answer.
Because you know the answer.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Girls have their own version of that
Nope.
that have been
Nope.
exercised, I'm quite certain. So anyway, because of this, many couples and individuals are finding they have fewer options when it comes to finding the right donor. 2021 saw some historic lawsuits focused on sperm donations, as several patients found themselves being misled about the genetic health of their infant. One couple using the sperm bank Zytex Corp found their child had a very rare genetic blood disorder.
Well, that's not good.
I know. Even though Zytex promised they screened all donors, they couldn't account for the sperm donors lying about their genetic health. This led to an important lawsuit and discussions on regulating the sperm donation industry. Hence all of it being wasted.
All right, you guys gotta talk about something because my stomach
Well,
is not
we
happy.
chat room needs you.
No, my stomach.
It's still the same place.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I'll be right back.
Dersh and I can carry on this
Try not
topic.
to unplug
We'll
in
try
there.
to keep it rated R. Although it would be very easy to cross that line.
I love when one of my members of the show just walks off the set without any
That's
warning.
Lisa.
When she's on the screen and just kind of goes away.
Just leave it there. She'll be back. We'll
Well,
talk to the invisible Lisa.
it has a ugly green patch on the screen when she leaves.
Can you do one of those old style, right back kind of things? You know, that would be funny. So anyway, they couldn't account for this sperm. Oh my. Anyway, each country has its own form of sperm donation laws. I wouldn't donate sperm, to be honest. I mean, Lisa's an amazing person. While she's gone, I'll briefly tell her story. She donated eggs, and she has actually met one of her eggs, and she knows of the brother that she hasn't met, and the two girls have actually met. So I give Lisa praise for that one.
What did I do?
Egg donation.
Oh,
I
yeah.
told about your two.
There's at
Egg
least
babies.
two. There's two that I know of.
Two. Hey,
There might be more.
if there's no more, you've already done your job in spades.
I
You
make
know?
excellent babies.
She does, apparently. Anyway, what?
And they're cute too.
In the UK, there is a limit of 10 children per donor,
Yeah?
so you can only.
That's
The
because
rest
they.
of it's all waste. The United States has no limit on children sired. What, Rob? Remember that story about that doctor that apparently made like 6,000 kids?
Yeah, right. I remember that.
He wasn't just using a test tube either. He was actually, when women were passed out, he was doing his thing. The world is insane, and we know this. So anyway, if you're, I understand they pay you quite well to donate sperm. Is that not
They didn't
true?
pay me that well, but they pay people a lot better than they used to.
Well, and for sperm now, apparently.
No, I
there's
don't
a
know. I don't
shortage.
have any sperm.
So apparently, if you're looking for some extra money and have some extra sperm you want to donate, this is a funny subject. Have I kept it below rated X so far? I'm trying my best.
Oh, that's very questionable, Chuck.
It's, I don't know. I guess YouTube will tell us. Anyway, moving along to the next story, because that was wholly interesting and slightly uncomfortable for the world.
Slightly.
Just slightly.
Right now, you can turn it off.
What Thick already say about all
Turn
that?
one of
He
them
didn't
off.
say anything. Oh, yes, he did. He said I could have had what?
Turn one of them off.
He said I could have had a lot of money over the years. You know, I thought about that too, and I did think about doing it back then, but I was like, do I really want
You were
miniature
giving it-
Chucks running around?
You were giving it away for free.
Oh, God, I cannot tell a lie. I was a naughty Chuck back then. A naughty, naughty Chuck.
Surprised you don't have a spare kid.
I don't know.
Not yet. We haven't found him yet.
No,
Or
no.
her. Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of folks that are not on, like,
Or
23
maybe
and all that.
maybe your swimmers are defective.
I think they're just bumping into each other.
Hey, Chuck.
Yes.
You know why? You know why there's strictly a 10 baby limit?
Why?
Because they don't want any inbreds, like the cat that's on the screen behind you now.
Oh, inbred. That's cute. Ba-dum-bum.
Well,
We need that sound music.
it's
by
kind
the
of
way.
funny though because they asked on mine, where we lived and stuff, and to make sure
Right.
that they wouldn't like grow up and go to school together or whatever. But we figured out that we think that the boy egg baby
Right.
probably went to soccer camp when Tommy was working there at Clemson.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I mean, theoretically, not like
They could have theoretically met each other.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, so the sister could have met, one of my sons or whatever. They probably could have got married or whatever.
Right.
It's not that far apart. It's Charlotte and Chapel Hill.
Right. Wow.
But anyway, now
Glad that didn't happen.
we know, so they won't.
Now. Yeah, they do. They do. Never mind. 5 Monet paintings. I love Monets, as you know.
No
could
Monet.
fetch $50 million each at a Sotheby's auction.
No Monet for you.
No more money?
No Monet.
No
for
Monet.
Money, money.
You. No Monet for you. 2 years.
No? So anyway, they all came from the same collection. God, that's a lot of money. $250 million for the 5. All 5 are offered being with a guarantee that they're authentic. They're coming to market from a private American collection. There's some big money that could own those because they weren't cheap at the time. I mean, for the last 100 years, they haven't been cheap. Amazing. So I'm not going to go into each painting and all that, but it's just amazing. What do you guys think?
Yes.
Mo money?
Mo Monet.
And
Mo Monet.
the interesting part about that, as it is for all of these artists, is it probably didn't sell for 5 cents originally.
Right.
Sad thing, isn't it?
They did.
Oh, well.
Dead now. Monet
Alright.
dead now.
What is all that noise outside? Sounds like a motorcycle party.
I don't know.
Your gang
Oh,
members
it's probably
come by,
him down
Chuck?
there, motorcycle. What's that?
Your gang members come by, say hello, Chuck?
It might be.
Biker chicks.
That was a long time ago. An incredible moment happened when a young opera fan stood up during a Sopranos Verdi performance and he sung the tenor part. She was singing it solo.
Yeah?
And this amazing young man, his name is Liu Jianwei. They were in Parma, Italy. And they were there to see Cuban-American Lisette Oropesa perform a recital. After she finished her first bar without any male responding to her, Liu summoned the lion's share of his courage and joined in during the second bar.
What happened to the guy who was supposed to be singing
I
back?
don't know. I mean, I don't remember that part of the story. I think
was
it was
fired.
just solo. I think it was just solo. Oropez's voice and face is one of sheer delight and surprise as the video has gone properly viral. And if you hear it, it's beautiful.
Did you listen to it?
I did.
Did you?
Oh yeah, he did a beautiful. He's a great singer.
Cool.
He'll probably become a singer because of it.
Here's a hint, though. If you're not a great singer, don't sing at the opera. Like the lady behind me
Right.
at Porgy and Bess. I
Right.
didn't come to hear her.
Right.
Or you.
But in this case, it was a good thing.
Right.
Liu, being the perfect gentleman, took to Chinese media after the videos took off on TikTok to renounce his actions and remind people not to disturb singers while they are performing.
Unless you're me.
Right, unless you have my talent. It was only because he had studied the tenor part of the aria thoroughly that he decided to take the risk. Oh, and there's a picture of him with her.
Aw.
Oh, he's being too modest. It's definitely not something worthy of pride, nor something worthy of being advocated. Well, that's true. You don't.
China probably told him to say
Like
that.
the lady singing behind you. You're right. Like the lady that sung behind you. She sucked. I bet.
Well, I don't know if she sucked or didn't suck, but she needed to shut up.
She wasn't invited.
Right. I needed to hear the people that we paid to hear.
Yeah, I agree.
Speaking
She
of
can
that,
go, go home and-
how was your play you went to?
Oh God, morose. To be honest.
Well, I mean, I didn't really know the whole background story. I just knew it was like a love triangle set
Yeah.
a long time ago, like in the 20s, the 30s, whatever. And it was historically black.
Right.
But I didn't know it was like about some like crack whore.
I like my summary.
Yeah.
He a drugged up slut comes to live with a handicapped man and
And then they kill her husband.
kill her husband. Then she leaves for New York to become a whore and do more drugs
With the pimp.
with a pimp. And then he goes with her.
Really?
He goes chasing after her at the end of it.
And that's the end. You don't even find out what happens.
And this is supposed to be like some happy ending. I'm like,
it was
what the freak? The woman's in New York being a whore, doing heroin or crack or
and he's gonna
cocaine or
come
something.
find her.
And he's going to find her. And that's a
And
happy
he doesn't
ending?
and he doesn't even know.
The happy ending is there's nothing after that. You get to leave.
Yeah. There's
That's
not
the happy
like.
ending.
I remember seeing the movie when I was quite young. And I thought it was interesting and pretty down. But I didn't
It
remember
probably had
just
nice scenery,
how
though,
down
right?
it was. Oh, yeah.
Because it's in South Carolina.
Right. But it... oh, my God. It was...
They were
was so-
very good singers.
They did a good job. The one local lady that did the
Strawberry Girl.
Strawberry Girl,
Yeah.
she was probably the most
Yeah,
commanding voice on the stage.
It was from
And she was an amateur,
I don't think
essentially.
about. No, she's not an amateur. She's studying music.
Well, at this point, she's an amateur.
Not if she was getting
Probably.
paid in the
That's true.
show.
I guess she's not anymore.
But what I like about Greensboro Opera is that for the small parts, they let local people do them,
Right.
local performers, and they also let locals in the orchestra if they're good.
Right.
So that's pretty cool.
Cool. You ready for this one?
Sure.
Timeline, Arizona. First year of legal recreational cannabis brings in $1 billion in revenue, passing projections. Duh.
Well, yeah, except you know what else? Duh. People are whining in California because the taxes are so high. People are just buying the illegal
Of
stuff
course,
anyway.
it's always going to be black.
And they're leaving California to go over there now to grow it.
Right.
Well, they have stupid rules.
They do. Well, California's regulated themselves to death.
Yeah, they have.
It's just ridiculous. Anyway, so $1 billion in revenue and total gross cannabis sales of $1.2 billion. Those are some high times, kids. It also far surpassed the first year sales of other states that have legalized recreational cannabis. For example, revenue from Colorado was $292 million, Oregon at $345 million, Washington at $185 million, and Nevada at nearly 425 million, which is probably half tourists that were visiting.
Probably. Well, I know Colorado has a tourist pot industry.
That makes sense.
Because my son's friend had his bachelor party there.
Right. Now, here's where the money's going to be divided, which is kind of interesting. 7.3 million is education sales tax.
That's kind of funny.
It's the education lottery.
Don't smoke pot, son. It'll make you stupid.
But we'll smoke it for you so we can help fund the education.
You big dope.
You'll get to do later. 92 million is marijuana excise tax, which funds community colleges, county health departments, and more.
Don't smoke dope, though.
Nope.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, good.
I thought that was a crack up. Oh, Pee Wee's here. Hi, Pee Wee. Let's see. What else we got? What are people talking about?
NASCAR.
Money.
NASCAR!
Not quite. Well, I was almost there.
Yeah, we got 12 minutes.
Well, no, actually, the next one I want to talk about is the Baseball Hall of Fame results for this year. David Ortiz voted in. Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, and Kurt Schilling. Nope. They're never going to get let in. Bonds and Clemens, I never want to see them get in. They have deserved asterisks for the rest of their life.
Is that a rock and roll band?
Yeah.
Bonds and Clemens?
Sounds like it. But, I mean, when you go from a skinny, scrawny guy to looking like
not a skinny, scrawny guy?
a He-Man.
Not only that, I mean,
in 2 years.
Yeah, you look at his head when he played for Pittsburgh, and then his head when he was in San Francisco. It's like 5 sizes bigger.
Exactly.
Is anybody ever gonna look up what's his name, Manning? He's got like a huge forehead.
Oh, Peyton?
Yeah.
He's just built that way. He's like a
He's
Cro
just
Magnon.
ugly.
He's Cro Magnon, man. So anyway, I'm really glad David Ortiz is in. He's in first time he's been up for it, and he got the majority of the votes. He got 80% of the vote, 77.9.
On the first
who
try.
else is in? Yeah.
Did they even let anybody else in? Because there was 4 people. How many people are usually on the ballot? Not that many, right?
Not that many.
So 3 of them failed.
Right. It's only Ortiz?
Maybe.
Looks like it.
Well, good for him.
Yeah.
Although some people will be like, well, if Barry Bonds had the personality of David Ortiz, maybe he would have been in. Well, he didn't.
No,
so
if he
whatever.
hadn't popped himself full of
But apparently
steroids for 20 years.
Ortiz did once or something, maybe.
Ortiz did?
I don't know.
I don't see that happening. He's a puffy man.
He's a puffy man.
Well, you know who another puffy man who was an exceptional baseball player? Mr. Babe Ruth.
There were a lot of puffy men.
Yeah, he had been known to actually take a sip of his last beer before he went out in the field.
Why not? It's like Gatorade.
Right.
Because they didn't have
With the buzz.
They didn't have Gatorade.
Yeah. All right, NASCAR. We had we had testing today with the new car at Phoenix.
Did they pass?
It seemed to. I didn't see anybody hit the wall, and everybody seemed to be running quite well.
Cool.
Boo!
I don't know this. Why boo?
Nobody hit the wall.
Oh, I know. You know what? Until there's a big wreck, we're not going to know how safe this car is.
Yeah.
And the way they're practicing, nobody's going to have a big wreck. They're not taking that chance. They only got one car to screw around with at the moment.
That's the other thing. Is that, and did you hear they may not impound the Daytona car this year? Because of supply chain issues?
Right.
Because they only get so many cars per year?
No way. That's wrong.
My buddy that has the frame building shop down in Charlotte's probably quite busy.
That's wrong. I'm sorry. If you win Daytona, you lose your dang car. That's just it. Period.
Well, yeah.
That's it, man. That's the rules.
Well,
Can't be cheating now.
Yeah, you bastards.
They can change the rules anytime they want to.
NASCAR has never changed the rules.
What?
Never.
Fact checker says. NASCAR has changed the rules more damn times over the years. Remember when it was an actual point system, when if somebody was 400 points ahead, they're going to win the championship. It's not going to reset. You win.
They should do a reset.
I mean, like, that's why Petty and Earnhardt won so many, because they were that far ahead.
Because they killed everybody.
And Jimmy and everybody else.
Yeah.
Jimmy did it with the damn point system.
Yep.
Look at the screen behind you.
Look at the screen behind me. That is yay! That's going to be a fun race.
Yay. 2 weeks. Not even.
Daryl couldn't get this to work on Firefox.
And Race Hub comes back on next week.
Yeah, Race Hub's back next week. 11 days to the Clash, and then shortly after that, we'll see the Speed Weeks, and we're going to see the 24 hours of Daytona, and racing will be all back to normal again.
And who's announcing? With Clint. With Clint.
Oh, Tony Stewart! The newest,
2 races.
The newest owner.
We didn't even practice that.
No, not at all. The newest owner of an NHRA team as well.
Don't fool yourself. He's the gas man.
He bought it for his wife.
He did.
You did.
Good for him.
Oh, he's got 2 excellent drivers. Yeah. See, we talk about all sorts of stuff. We don't just talk NASCAR.
One of these days we're going to go to an NHRA race. The problem is they tend to have them the same weekend as Martinsville.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the cool thing about drag racing, the NHRA,
they don't wear dresses.
They don't wear dresses, and you can walk around through the pits while they're fixing the cars up. They're totally cool with it. They'll talk to you. They'll sign autographs all day long.
Every ticket is a pit pass.
Every ticket is a pit pass, they say. And that's pretty cool, I think. It's like NASCAR used to be. Anyway, let's see. What do we got for stuff happening?
Have you read about the rule changes because of the one lug nut?
I heard that they're
what did they say?
pretty restrictive.
Yeah, I don't know. So I just found out about it and hadn't had a chance to.
You're not going to have to worry about a nuglet rule if somebody's lug nuts loose on that car.
A
nuglet?
You said nuglet.
I know I did.
If you lose a nuglet, your tire's gone.
You lose the tire.
Your tire's gone. You have nothing to worry.
No, by the way, you know why they don't loosen? They're counter screws. When you're going forward, it's tightening.
Right.
So what if they have to change a tire and they can't get it off?
They need a stronger wrench.
Gotcha.
That's my theory on that. So
Those
yeah,
damn nuglets.
Tony Stewart up in the booth ought to be pretty interesting.
Oh, with him and Clint?
Him and Clint, I think they're going to need to keep the beeping.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's going to sound more like Morse code than NASCAR.
Boy, was the feed nasty today or what?
Oh, what was that? It looked
Man,
like...
it was terrible.
You remember when the internet just sucked? Back in the old days when the upload speed was horrible? It was like that. It was fuzzy the whole damn time.
Like AOL?
Yeah. It was like they were doing the live stream with courier pigeons today.
Well, I think they put some cameraman's kid up there the entire time to do it. Because half the time they're going off the track looking at some bird.
Maybe
whoever was doing it today went off the track, wandered around, ended up at the old entry gates to the stadium. Just left it there for a couple minutes while cars are going, meow, meow, meow. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you people?
Hey, it was free. And you had nothing else to do.
I know, but looking at some old turnstiles, not exactly my groovy idea of watching racing practice. But anyway, they'll be practicing tomorrow as well if you want to watch the turnstile as well. But the cars are cool. I mean, I do not like where the number is.
The number drives me nuts. I don't know why. I mean, it's on the side of the car, but...
Because you don't like change because you're old grumpy
men. You know
men.
what it is? It's not centered.
You're old grumpy men.
It's not centered. It's a symmetrical thing. You see the thing? It should be right smack in the middle. But no, you move it 2 feet forward.
I can't take it.
You'll have to take it.
I
You'll have to like
don't
it.
like the new car either, and I definitely don't like the number placement.
Well, the new car really isn't as different as the old car, to be honest. I mean, there really aren't that many changes. The front end's a little bit lower, the back end's a little bit shorter, and the rear window's longer. It's like the old Chevy Aeros and the Pontiac Aero Coupe. That's what they
When
call
are they
it.
going to stop calling it the next gen since they're currently using it?
How many I mean, they just call it Generation stuff.
In February,
Yeah.
when they actually run it.
Yeah, they need to get rid of that stupid term because next gen was done once. You know, when they did the first next generation, then that was cool, and that's enough. But after this, just call it Generation 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. It works well enough for Corvettes, doesn't it?
I don't know. Does
When
it?
you talk about a Corvette, it's either a C1, C6, C8, like the new one, or whatever. You don't. It's not like. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just stupid.
I'm not happy. I'm just not happy.
You're not happy.
I'm not happy.
Here's an interesting thing. Kyle Larson was named the 2021 Richard Petty Driver of the Year.
Yeah.
It's an award that the National Motorsports Press Association does. And frankly,
No, I'm joining that, by the way.
are you going to be
Yeah.
a writer?
An MPA.
Yeah, you're going to be a writer for
I
them?
am a writer. Not
For
for
them?
them. No, people join it.
Oh,
It's
cool.
not for them.
Oh, okay.
It's a thing.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you're quite a writer. You need to do another article, by the way.
You need to shut up. I'm gonna be interviewing Kyle Larson's wife sometime in the near
Yeah.
future. I ask her how she shotguns that beer like that.
You should do that. I've already told you should ask her.
I'm telling you, it's already up. I just
Oh,
have
you
to
did?
not a time yet.
Oh, good. Worth, the German company, WU with a dot over the top,
Ugh.
Earth,
Ugh.
expands deal with Team Penske and will sponsor Ryan Blaney.
Oh, really? Well, they
Say it
were
right.
the two before, right?
Right,
Yeah.
Ron.
They are going to be his primary, apparently, it
Cool.
says.
You know why?
Fine.
Because he's worth a lot.
No!
I made it up all by my own
That
self.
was the dad joke of the day by the mom.
You laughed.
Oh, God. Oh, anyway.
Yeah, at
Oh,
least
they're going to be a primary sponsor on 3 races. I misspoke.
Oh, so he's only
Fontana, Tail.
he's only worth a little bit.
Well, he's got a lot of teams. He's got Menard. No, he doesn't have Menards
No, he doesn't.
anymore. He's got. Dersh, you have all the cars. Who's his other sponsors?
People and things.
Just turn around and look at your cars. You've got them all.
can't see him from here.
Let's see. What are the guys saying in here? I've been
It's
so
8
busy
o'clock.
talking.
That's what they're saying.
I couldn't get this to work in Firefox. I'm glad you found us here. Daryl says, Petty family immortal NASCAR. That's true. Think already his wife got him a t-shirt for Christmas, says as Curmudgeon. I think all of us get to that stage.
Umlaut. Yep. That's an umlaut.
And Think already says the double dot is an umlaut. Umlaut.
Umlaut.
Umlaut.
Yep.
So,
So guess what?
for what it was worth.
It's time to say shut up, Chuck.
All right, you guys. Dershie and I will be on at 8:30.
But not on
So Dersh, please
not
post
on
the link as
YouTube.
fast as you can, because we don't have long to get out.
Not on YouTube.
We are not on YouTube.
Not be on
We are on Rumble.
Rumble
Let's get ready to rumble.
and Cloud Hub Live.
And Clout Hut. And Dersh is going to post both those links, so don't go anywhere. Lisa probably doesn't have to leave because she took an early week.
But I'm leaving anyway. I had to. Sorry, I'm old.
No, it's all good. Daryl said Lisa writes very well, needs to work for NASCAR. I've said that.
Yeah, but
the only
NASCAR
problem
doesn't-
is she has to move to Charlotte.
NASCAR. No, you know, you people. Hey, you ever heard about this thing called working remotely? But NASCAR doesn't employ writers, so you have to find a
Right.
job with another company
Right.
and write about
Well, they have a
NASCAR.
staff writer.
Well, that's called a PR person.
Yep. So anyway, Dersh and I are not on YouTube anymore. We are on Rumble and Clout Hub, and he's working on posting those.
Yeah,
so you can join
it's
us.
not a suspension. It's an execution.
Yes, we've been executed.
Hey, look.
We've been executed.
You can have that.
What is it? Family exchange shares. What's that? Oh, that's your card.
It's my business
Oh,
card.
you're fancy.
I got a job.
At least you got a business card. What'd they call you?
I'm the finance manager.
You should be the finance director because there's nobody else in finance.
Maybe next year.
Maybe. With your.
Who am I going to direct?
Yourself. The orchestra.
Nah.
We're glad you guys joined us. There's the links for Rumble and Clout Hub for the right side of politics. We'll be back then. We will be talking politics then. So have a great night, and we will see you next Tuesday at 7 p.m. on the Chuck and Lisa Show. Say something, Lisa.
Shut up, Chuck!
Okay, Dershey, anything from you?
Well, it was raining today, and you know when it rains, the lawn gets muddy, and you get footprints, and you know, so get off my lawn!
That'll do it, folks. Have a great night. Love y'all.
Bye.
Love you. Bye, Lise.
Bye. Gotta go play with my doggies.